Hello, this is Kim Brooks, author of the book How to Date and Stay Saved. And I wanted to share today's tip from the book. I wanted to let you know that this book doesn't just tell you how it is possible to date, fall in love with, and marry someone and not have sex for the first time with each other until after saying I do. It's not just a book that gives you 5 ways to tame the beast known as the flesh. And it's not just a book that gives tons of information about how it is possible to date and enjoy a romantic, fun relationship and not have sex in the equation until after marriage. It also talks about the dating process. So for today's tip, I want to talk about something you actually should look for while you're dating someone. And this comes from chapter 2 of the book, which describes dating God's way. For today's tip, I want to talk about ladies and men. Beware of the chameleon. Now, you're probably wondering, what in the world are you talking about, the chameleon? You know what I mean. You date someone and it's the beginning of the dating phase and everything's all exciting and fun, and then they ask you that question. They say, what are you looking for in a mate? And you're like, in a way you're kind of flattered, like, okay, well, it shows that he wants to know, what I'm looking for. So I just want to caution you to beware of this question, because your answer could determine whether or not he's a sincere believer or if he's a chameleon. This is what I'm talking about. Picture this. He asks you, what are you looking for in a mate? And then you tell him, oh, I'm looking for someone who's kind and giving and listens to me. And you just kind of lay all the cards out on the table. Well, the next week after you've given them the information, next thing you know, you're getting all kinds of gifts and flowers sent to the office, and you're on the phone with him, and you're just talking away, and you're like, hello, are you there? And he's like, I'm here, I just want to listen to you. And all of a sudden, he becomes everything you're believing God for in a mate, just like that. But what you may not realize is, basically, he took what you told him and became what you were looking for. So instead of just telling all when they ask the question, I would suggest you be general. For instance, if they ask, what are you looking for in a mate? And you're like, you can be like, well, I'm looking for someone who loves the Lord, has a good heart, things like that. General things. You don't have to be specific. This way, you can use this time as you get to know him to observe his fruit. Because Matthew 7 verse 16 says, you shall know them by their fruits. In other words, by what he produces in his life. You want to check that out and fall in love with, if it goes that far, fall in love with the person or the man for who he really is, instead of who he may try to portray himself to be. The chameleon. And I'm sure this goes the same for ladies as well with men. Unfortunately, a lot of women they can be kind of deceptive as well. So it does go both ways. So just beware of the chameleon and know that if you continue to seek God and pray through the relationship, he'll reveal all things in due time. This has been Kim Brooks, author of How to Date and Stay Safe. Check it out, and I'll see you next time.
And stay safe.